All right, so it says create 2 ordered pairs that go in each quadrant. So quadrant. You see the word quad here, quad right here. Or that part of the word. Quad means 4. So there's 4 parts to the coordinate plane. This is a coordinate plane because we can find coordinates on it. We can find the ordered pairs, okay? So we have 4 parts. We have this part, this part, this part, and this part. This quadrant, this quadrant, this quadrant, and this quadrant. This is our first quadrant. And we actually count them going this way. So this is our second quadrant. This is our third quadrant. And this is our fourth quadrant. Remember that the first quadrant keeps going on forever that way. Fourth is forever this way. Third is forever this way. Second is forever that way. But we don't show quadrants traditionally with like the way they look here. We put a Roman numeral, Roman number. This means 1. Quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. This is quadrant 3. And this is, we're not going to draw 4 lines. You put a 1, and then or an I, and then a V. Put them together. So 2 ordered pairs in quadrant 1. If you notice, quadrant 1 is right here. If you notice, you move to the right and you move up. So if you notice, you always move right and you always move up to be in this quadrant. So if we, I don't know, you can pick anything. So I'm going to put 2, I'm going to put 3 and then 2. 3, 2 in quadrant 1. And let's pick another one. I'm going to pick, I don't know, something over here that you can't even see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll pick 8. 8, 9. 8, 9. Quadrant 2 is right here. So in this one, we move left. 1, 2, 3. I don't know, 4. Oh, let's just put it here. We're going to move left, and then we're going to move somewhere up. So this is going to be negative, and then this will be positive. If you want to look back at quadrant 1, since we're moving to the right, it's going to be positive, and since we're moving up, it's going to be positive. So back to quadrant 2. Left and up, so negative and positive. So if you want, you can always put the negative in there if you want. So like negative, I don't know, negative 1, positive 4. Negative 1, positive 4. I don't know why I put that second. Let's do like negative 2, like 100. We can't even put it on there. Negative 2, 100. Negative 2, 100. Quadrant 3. So this one right here, we move left if you noticed, and then we will move down. So left is negative for the x, down is negative for the y. So if you want, you can just prep these in you already. So negative, 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 negative. So a negative, I don't know, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5, negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5, negative 5. So negative 5, negative 5. And then, I don't know, another weird one. So negative 100, no, negative 50, and then negative 2. And lastly, quadrant 4 is over here. If you notice, you move to the right and then you move down. So if you move to the right, your x is positive. If you want to put x here and y here, that's fine. If you move right, it's positive. If you move down, the y is negative. So the y is negative. The y is negative. So like 1, did I use 1? I used it a long time ago. 1, negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Negative 1, positive 1, negative 7. Positive 1, negative 7. And then let's just choose 100, 100. So 100, 100, 100 will be up here. I want to be down here. So 100, negative 100. On to our last section. So create a coordinate pairs with the following conditions. Okay, I did this because I need y'all more familiar with these signs. So let's make the x bigger than 3, so like 5. And make the y less than 4, so like 3. And then on your work, you would just graph it. Like on the work, you're going to have a coordinate plane. And I guess I can call it A. And then I want you to just graph it or find it. You'll see in the work. So example 22, we've done a lot. So x is bigger than or equal to, this is the new thing. This is bigger or equal, x is larger or equal to 1. So I can actually make x is 1. And then and it says y equals 3. So y has to be 3. Not too bad. In this one, x is less than 0. X is less than 0. So less than 0 would be like negative. So like negative 4. And bigger than negative 10. Remember that bigger negatives are less. So I want a number bigger than negative 10. Well, 0 is bigger than negative 10. Any positive number is bigger than negative 10. But negative 1 is also bigger than negative 10 because it's less negative. It's closer to 0. Okay. So x is greater than or equal to 2. Some of y'all will just automatically put the 2 because we can equal to, but I'm going to try something else like 5. I like certain numbers, right? And x is less than negative 3. Okay, so less than negative 3. So the bigger negative is less. So like negative 7. X is greater than negative 4. Remember, I got to get closer to 0. So like negative 3. X is greater than negative 4. So closer to 0, negative 3. And y equals negative 2. X is greater than or equal to 0. Alright, since it says equal, I'm just going to make it 0. Or it can equal 0. And y is less than negative 2. So bigger negative than negative 2 would be like negative 100. I don't care. And remember, on the work, you will have a coordinate plane for you to graph these. So when you graph them, you may want to, you want to label them and then put them on the coordinate plane. Or it might ask you to find the points that go with this. You'll see when you get to the work. Okay, thank you.